Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Be Civil podcast. My name is Matt Sutherland. I'm your host. And I just want to talk today about compassion. Um, Compassion is, when we see someone else is suffering, or we see someone is, having a hard time in some type of way, and our heart goes out to them, and we want to step up and help and do something to make their situation better. Um, Compassion can play out in, someone that their family member has passed. You could reach out to them, say, "I'm sorry," give your condolences. Um, maybe bring them some food, or bring them, send them some flowers or something. Compassion is, I feel like, having that feeling is one thing, but if you follow up with that act of kindness to make that situation better, then that is where, your compassion could really go into, helping to change somebody's life, which is a beautiful thing. I think one thing about compassion is that it's something that we all experience. It's not only something that we can give, it's something that we receive. So any amount of compassion that has been given to us before, um, I think it's important to remember that, and always keep in mind that it's something that you can pass on when you see somebody in their time of need. Um, yeah, there have been so many times in my life where I have received some compassion, and I know that it just feels good to have people show up for you. It feels good to have people to comfort you when you're feeling down. It feels good to have people. Um, it could be someone that is a friend, a family member. It could be strangers, or people that you really don't know that well. Um, I remember this one situation, when my father died. Um, I was, when I gone back to work, um, I had a client of mine. I told him that my father died, and man, he like stood up and he gave me the biggest hug, and he was just like, I could tell that he was deeply, you know, feeling it for me. And that was wonderful. It was great to, receive that type of, that's a gift when someone can, you know, give you that type of comfort when you need it. So, I really appreciated that moment. And yeah, there's so many situations in life I could think of, where I received that type of comfort, that type of love, and that people went out of their way to do it. And that type of, when someone is going through something themselves, that's when you want to repay it back. And I did have a client recently that lost his father, and I did the same thing to him. It brought that memory to my mind, and I instantly just gave him a big hug, and I was like, "Dude, so sorry. So sorry for your loss." So yeah, I think compassion is something. I think more and more people are figuring it out. I think more and more people are, I think with the internet especially, we get to see acts of kindness, acts of compassion, um, if we just search for it. So, I think it's happening more and more. I think people are becoming more in tune with kindness, with compassion, with, loving your neighbor as yourself. I think that is, uh, one of the beautiful things about life. We're all in this together. We're all, each other's brother, each other's sister. They say it takes a village to raise a child. There might be someone, um, you know, I know in my life there are people that have helped to raise me, neighbors, uh, other friends, parents, even though, my mom, she did a phenomenal job of raising me. There were people that, that we had that say, you know, took me somewhere, or, took me and my brothers and sisters somewhere to, like, hang out, or, um, you know, experience something new. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing when you can step into someone's life and make a difference, even in a small type of way. Any bit of encouragement adds up to, something greater. It adds up to the next day for that person sometimes. So yeah, let's keep being compassionate beings. Let's keep being kind humans toward one another. It's greatly appreciated. It's greatly rewarded as well. Um, and that reward is that just that good feeling that you have when you practice compassion and you follow it with an act of kindness, um, or an act of compassion, and uh, you get to you feel like you help that person. You feel like you did something for their life, something positive, something that will help to change their life. So yeah, there's um, there's just there's just a beautiful thing that thinking outside of yourself can do, for another person, and then at the same time, be a reward to yourself. You get that wonderful feeling of helping someone. And then I also believe in karma. I believe that if we do help someone else, then it comes back to us, in some way or form. Sometimes it might come in the same form, as, um, you know, uh, say you uh, donate some money to a charity, then you might get some money in return. Or, but greater than the money, greater than the reward is just the feeling of, helping to make someone's life better. Um, Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than, nothing gives you that feeling of purpose, that feeling of, um, knowing that, you're doing things the right way when you practice compassion, and when you're there for someone else in their dark time. Um, and we always have opportunities for compassion. You know, if you're in some type of service industry, then we have plenty of uh, plenty of ways that we could contribute and show our compassion to others. As I was mentioning earlier about just reaching over and giving my client a hug when he needed it. That means the world. I know it meant the world to me when that happened, and so I want to give that back. So I think a lot of it is in life where we've gone through an experience and we know how good it feels to be on the receiving end, and then you just get the urge, you get the desire to want to do the same. So that's where I feel like we can truly like strike gold, where not monetary gold, the gold of life, the gold of feeling rich without having a monetary gain. That is the meaning of true riches and true wealth. So I want to urge everyone and impress upon you to practice compassion. Just look out for it. Keep your eyes open for it. It might be someone struggling with, something emotionally, a friend, a neighbor, a stranger. If you feel comfortable, or step out of your comfort zone, you might see someone, struggling somehow, and I dare you to make that step and just make their day better, make their life better, help to change their life by doing something small, saying something small. You never know what impact you may have. All right, so that is the conclusion of today's Be Civil podcast. I ask you to subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Remember to be civil.